unfortunately, there was no survivors. We move forward to our main story of the night. Is this true? I'm just getting late breaking news. No, this is true. This is happening right now. Beer Detour Season 3 starts right now. Let's do this! What's up, beer friends, and welcome back to another season of Beer Detour. As always, I'm here. I'm your faithful host, Mr. Miguel Brambilla. Woo! Can't wait to bring a new year of new beers. Breakdowns, profiles, discoveries, anything and everything beer related is on the Beer Detour channel. So if you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You will not be disappointed. What I do here is I do beer reviews, beer events, beer games, beer festivals, anything and everything beer related is on the Beer Detour channel. Now, one thing that I was focusing on, that I'm going to be focusing on this year, is bringing you beers that you guys can actually obtain. The feedback that I got from last year was that I was doing a lot of these sort of local beer reviews. Now, it's easy for me to jump over my fence, go across the hop fields and find some amazing brew because I live in the hop capital of the nation. And it's very easy to get caught up in all these local beers because they're awesome, they're amazing, and they're so tasty. So tasty. But I wanted to kind of reflect and recommend beers for you guys and showcase beers for you guys that you can go out there and locate yourselves. That way you don't have to be coming all the way to Washington State just to experience what I'm experiencing here, even though you definitely should. It's definitely worth the trip. So, today's episode is no different. I brought out four, count them, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, four beers that I know you guys are going to love, and these are found anywhere, easily obtainable. They're easily obtained. You can find them at grocery stores, liquor stores, gas stations, I've seen them in a lot of places, so I know you guys can get your hands on them. I'm going to let you guys know what they look like, what they taste like, and then give it a recommendation. Either thumbs up if I like it and would recommend it to family and friends, or thumbs down if maybe not so much. So here they are. They're from a brewing company called New Belgium. Now, I believe they are out of Fort Collins, Colorado, and this is their IPA line. Now, they brew a lot of different types of beers, but this one is their IPA line. These are called Voodoo Rangers. I'm sure you've seen these in the gas stations or out and about. They sell them Safeway, Walmart, what have you. And I have four here for you guys today. Let's break these down. All right, so I have my little flight tester table here ready to go. So let's pour these out. This one is Voodoo Ranger IPA. Check that one out. All right. This one is called Voodoo Ranger Juice Force IPA. Here we have Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPA. And then finally we have Voodoo Ranger Juicy Haze IPA. So here we are, beer friends. These are the top four Voodoo Ranger IPAs that I could find near me. All right, let's try these out. They look very, very interesting. They have some smells to them that are coming. They're very prevalent. So this one is a very golden Pilsner type of color, very clear, very golden, and that's the Voodoo Ranger IPA. This one here, cloudy, very hazy. golden sunset color here. This one is Voodoo Ranger Juice Force IPA. This one here is like a sort of a gold, deep gold color. It's a little bit clear, a little bit pilsnery, but very deep golden, metallic almost looking color to it. And that's the Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPA, which makes sense. And then the Voodoo Ranger Juicy Haze IPA is another cloudy, murky, hazy type of yellow, almost like a dew yellow, really. Check that out. All right, so which one should we try first? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. What's this one here? Juice Force IPA. It's a hazy Imperial IPA. This one does have an ABV, or alcohol by volume, of 9.5%. This is a bad boy right here. 9.5%. That's nothing to laugh at. Does it see the IBU here? No. All right. But it is very, very, very strong. Let's try this one out. Again, cloudy, murky, hazy. Let's get some aroma going. Ooh. Citrusy, tropical, pineapple hits right away. Some mango in there. Definitely very tropical. Okay. Do I see? There's a little bit of grapefruit on the back end, but very pineapple, very spring citrus, very bright citrus aromas coming out of this. Okay. But let's give it that old-fashioned taste test. Here we go. Cheers, everybody. This one is Voodoo Ranger Juice Force IPA. Ooh, okay. It's a little bit lighter than I expected. It's very nice. It's very palatable, light, crisp. Definitely orange. It's definitely pineapple. There's a little bit of a nectarine type of flavor there at the very end. It's that rind, but very bright citrusy flavor in the beginning, and then sort of kind of a rind, nectarine, or a peel taste at the end. But it's good. I really like that one. That one's good. Let's try a different one here. What about, let's move on for the hazy. What about just the Voodoo Ranger IPA? So this one here, it does have an ABV, or alcohol by volume, of 7%. And it's just the straight up Voodoo Ranger IPA. Oop, where am I? I'm missing these thumbs up already. All right, let's get some aroma going here. Okay. A little bit malty. Some hints of herbal and floral notes thrown in there. Can't smell a lot of the hop. There's a little bit floral, but not like a hoppy bitterness floral, more like a vegetable type of floral to it. All right, here we go. Cheers, everybody. Okay, crispy. It's crisp right at the beginning. Very light, a dewish type of taste at the beginning. Melon, a little bit hint of hops thrown in there, but not a lot. I thought this was just a basic IPA, and I thought it was going to be very bitter, very hoppy, but it really isn't. It's a nice, mellow, dewy, floral, earthy type of taste to it. It's not grungy, so it's not going to overwhelm your taste buds, but it's just a nice, it's an easy tasting one. Easy tasting, easy palatable, soft, nothing too crazy. It's like your basic IPA. Like if you were going to recommend this to a friend, maybe a starter type of IPA. Now it's strong. It is 7%, so it might mess you up, but I would say maybe this is something for like the beginner that's trying to get into IPAs to test out. So if you're that type of person that you've never tried an IPA, or maybe you've had a couple of them, but you don't really like the intense flavor of the hop biting right into the hop, this one would probably be more your style. All right, let's move forward. This one I'm a little scared at. The Imperials are usually very high. Imperial IPAs have a lot of alcohol in them. Here we go. This one is the Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPA. Metallic golden sunset color. I always call everything a golden sunset color. Okay. This one's a little bit more pungent. It's a little bit tangy, but it does hit you with a little bit of strong alcohol taste at the very end. So you get a nice breath of that alcohol at the very end. It is pungent, like I said. It's not grainy. It is very smooth. All these so far have been relatively smooth. Not a lot of grain, not a lot of malt, not a lot of toffee flavors or caramel flavors, burnt flavors in there. So all these are super palatable, super drinkable. I don't think it's something that's going to overwhelm you from one to the other. They're pretty smooth. They're very easy drinking beers. This one here, I thought was going to be a lot stronger. But this one, I would say, out of the other two that I've tried so far, is the most pungent, the most tangy out of them. So it has a little bit more flavor profile to it. It has more of a breakdown in the notes that it's trying to arrange with it. But let's give the last one a shot here. This one is Voodoo Ranger Juicy Haze IPA. This one is relatively strong itself as well. It's a 7.5. Here we go. Cheers, everybody. Okay, This one's interesting. Definitely flavorful. Definitely get a citrus kick there, but a different type of citrus kick, almost like a grapefruit. Not a very zesty one like this one over here. With this one here, this one is a more grainy, a little bit more grainy, a little bit more peel taste to it, a little bit more pungent, a little bit more kick to it. It's not as soft. It's not as tropical. With this one, I got straight burst of just fruity freshness of it. This one is a little bit more broken down like papaya, something like that, where it's still sweet, but it's almost like a semi-sweet, right? It's zesty. It is a little bit pungent at the very end. The alcohol is not very prevalent at all with this one, but it's not as citrusy. It's not as tropical as this one right here. And you can just tell the difference there. They're both murky. They're both cloudy, but I think this one, if you're looking for something that's tropical, that has fruit notes in it, that's definitely mango and pineapple thrown in there, orange zest thrown in there, you're gonna want this one here. If you want something a little bit more mellow notes to it, like papaya or apple or pear notes to it, definitely check this one out here. If you want something a little bit more malty, and I would say a little bit more complex, try this one. This is the Imperial IPA. And then if you want just a really smooth, nice IPA that you can share with anybody, try the regular Voodoo Ranger IPA. So let's rank them. All right, so here we go. So we have Voodoo Ranger IPA, Juice Force IPA, Imperial IPA, and Juicy Haze IPA. So out of these, the one I would recommend the most to family and friends that gets a thumbs up is probably going to be the Voodoo Ranger. Voodoo Ranger IPA. It does have an ABV of 7%. I really like this one. It's smooth, it's natural, it's easy drinking, like I said. The hops are thrown in there, but they're not prevalent. You're not going to be biting into a hop. You can share this with anybody that's just getting into IPAs. Definitely recommend it for me. This one gets a thumb up. And to be honest with you guys, they all get a thumbs up from me. Lots of thumbs up here. There we go, all thumbs up. These are all recommended, but this one's probably going to be my favorite, followed by the very citrusy kick right here, Juice Force IPA. Definitely lives up to its name and its profile here. Get your tropical, your mango, you get your citrus thrown in there. It's just a burst of flavor. So if you like that, then you're really going to love this one. And then you get your little bit deeper notes in there. This is my third favorite, the Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPA. I like something that has complex notes, so this is my third favorite out of the line. Very complex, a little bit more malty, a little bit more grungy, more for the beer connoisseur that's already had these. Doesn't want something sweet, wants something a little bit semi-sweet, a little bit bitter almost. This one, Imperial, is definitely for you. And then kind of rounding everything out at the very end, the Juicy Haze IPA. I just feel like this one doesn't have any particularly note to itself. It kind of blends almost everything together, but it doesn't make anything on its own. So out of the four, this one's going to be my least favorite, and Voodoo Ranger is going to be my favorite. So I basically lined them up correctly here. So I have Voodoo Ranger IPA, Voodoo Ranger Juice Force IPA, Voodoo Ranger Imperial, and Voodoo Ranger Juicy Haze. There we have it. Thank you, beer friends, for joining me on another beer adventure. This time around, we tried out the lot from New Belgium Brewing Company. This is their Voodoo Ranger series, which showcases all their different IPAs. I had 4 of them on today and tested Voodoo Ranger IPA, Juice Force IPA, Imperial IPA, and finally Juicy Haze IPA. All of them actually got my seal of approval. They all get my thumbs up. Definitely would recommend any of these to family and friends. I did have my favorite over here with the regular IPA. The Juice Force was extremely good. Yeah, I can't praise Voodoo Ranger enough. Check out their Instagram. They have a lot of funny clips on there. Check out my Instagram, by the way. Check out all the Facebook on Beer Detour. Search for Beer Detour at beer.detour on Instagram and just Beer Detour on Facebook to find us and follow us on there for the latest updates, of course. This year is going to be a lot of fun. I have a lot of beer events, a lot of beer festivals, a lot of things going on. I can't wait to showcase them for you guys. So if you guys like the channel, you like the entertainment, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. It will help. And make sure you share this video with your family and friends. I'm trying to get to 2.5 to 3K subscribers by the end of the year. Hopefully. But we'll see. In any regards, we're at the end of the video. This one was really fun. Like I said, it brought the new year in with the 4-pack here of some bad boys. Check them out from New Belgium. These are Voodoo Rangers. You can find them locally anywhere. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys, of course, next time. See you guys.